Welcome students. Today we are going to understand about non-progressive verbs. Non-progressive verbs are the verbs that don't show any action, static verbs. So let's understand. Understanding non-progressive or static verbs. As the name suggests, these verbs are non-static or progressive because these don't show any action. So these are also called non-action verbs. So let's understand what are these. These verbs are also called non-action verbs because they don't show any action. So that's why these are called non-progressive or the static verbs. So these verbs are also divided in 4 categories. There are 4 types. Of non-progressive verbs. Before we proceed further, let us understand what are non-progressive. Non-progressive, as the name suggests, these are non-action verbs and these don't show any action. That's why these are called static verbs. These are 4 types: verbs of senses, verbs of feelings and emotions, verbs of possession, and verbs of activity or the mental state. So first one, verbs of senses. Then second, verbs of feelings or emotions. And then verbs of mental state or activity. Then verbs of possession. Verbs of senses are those verbs which are related to 5 senses. From our eyes we see, from our ears we hear something, and from our tongue we get the taste of something. Okay, we get we get the quality of something. So, and from our nose we are able to realize the fragrance, whether it is nice or foul. Okay, so these are verbs of senses are like see, hear, taste and smell. See, hear, taste and smell. Verbs of feelings and emotions like love, hate, want, fear, feel. Okay. like this. Mental state and activity like agree, disagree, remember, etc. And verbs of possession, these show ownership or belongingness. So the verbs which show ownership or belongingness, these are like own, okay, belong, own, belong, possess. So today we understood the verbs of non-action or the verbs of no action. So these verbs show only the state. That's why these are called non-progressive also. We understood that these verbs are, yes, one more thing that we need to add here, that these verbs are, that's why these verbs are not used or rarely used in the continuous tense. Why these are not used in continuous tense? Because these don't show any action. So these are rarely used in continuous tense. So, and there are 4 types of verbs in this category. Non-action verbs are of 4 types. Verbs of senses, verbs of emotions and feelings, verbs of mental state and activity, and finally the verbs of possession. In verbs of senses, we have understood that these verbs are related to 5 senses of our body. Like nose, from nose we smell, from eyes we see, from ears we hear, and from our tongue we taste something, and there is one more verb, that is touch. From our skin we feel the sensation of touching, so that is also a verb of sense. Okay, and in the same way verbs of feelings like care, want, desire, love, hate, okay, and verbs of mental state like remember, recollect, doubt, trust. These are the verbs of. We can roughly understand that verbs of senses are related to our senses in the body, like our eyes, nose, ear, tongue and skin. Verbs of emotions are related to our heart, means whatever comes from our heart directly, these are our feelings. And verbs of mental state or activity, these are related to our mindset, what comes in our mind, what we think, and here these verbs are based on our mindset. These come from our mind. The verbs of feeling come from our heart. And then finally the verb of possession, that shows ownership, belongingness or possession. Okay. So I hope you have understood what are the non-progressive verbs or the static verbs. In the next class we will understand the details. And before I end, if you are a regular subscriber, then you suggest the channel to your friends, like, share and comment. If you are a new viewer, then you may subscribe the channel. Keep watching. Thank you.